Going back to the opportunities that are set by Islamic banking, in the GCC in particular, in terms of innovation, which seems to be the key element when we discuss where and how the products should be originated. Well, you set the standard. Tell us what your experience has been and if it's something that you find easy to implement within the current framework.
Well, look, our Islamic banks have been known for a very long time to being laid back, non-active, a kind of clients will come and deal with us. This is not the case anymore. It's becoming a very competitive market and the growth opportunities are becoming more limited. Islamic banks had to invest in innovation and technology to be able to compete not just among each others. If you want to expand your market share, you have to start competing with the conventional banks. This was very important. For example, in our case, we were able to increase our market share over the past 4 years by 50%. We started at 8%, now we're at 12%. We started as number 5 player in the market, now we're second in the market after Qatar National Bank. This doesn't come just simply because you're expecting clients to come in and do business with you. It comes with investment in technology, in people, in changing the perception of clients and of even your local internal human capital, that they need to change their mindset to be more outgoing towards our clients or their clients and being able to attract that kind of business.
So one point that would stem naturally is the conversation on fintech. Do you see it as most of the conventional banks an element of competition, eroding spaces that were previously exclusive to banks? Or do you see it as an opportunity, given that origination is the whole issue? Yeah.
I think fintech and banks are two faces of the same coin, eventually. A lot of people might disagree with me in what I'm saying, but this is at least my own opinion. As banks, we are able to provide the resources and the market reach. We are in an industry of trust. People deal with banks because they trust the banks. Leaving your money with someone, that means that you're trusting someone. Fintech companies have been a subject of investments from international banks. You have seen Citi, you have seen Goldman Sachs, you have seen Santander. They're really investing into fintech companies, and they see where the future is going. I think eventually we're not going to compete. We'll work together in terms of providing a solution that is acceptable to regulators, and it's a highly regulated industry. Banking is becoming more and more regulated by the minute. And as you have seen, or you've heard from His Excellency, the Governor, it is becoming a burden. It's a highly regulated industry. The fintech entry to the banking industry will be also regulated. It's not going to be an easy entry. So we provide the platform for their entry, and we would benefit from their innovation and the technology. SMEs have been, or banks in general have shied away from financing SMEs for a very long time. It was easier, let's go and finance bigger corporates. The risk is lower. Experience and knowledge of the market was not as deep. SME in any developing or developed country is the backbone of growth in terms of GDP and in terms of employment. And this is something that everybody knows. We're not reinventing the wheel here. The government or the governments in the GCC have been quite aware of that. They are, I would say, investing in incubators for the SME. I'll give you an example from our side. In Qatar, we have a bank called Qatar Development Bank. Qatar Development Bank, among its main kind of goals or objectives, is to promote the SME. What they do is that they actually provide guarantees for banks to be able to finance the SME, and we have been quite active in terms of direct participation with QDB or in terms of our own participation in financing the SME. And to give you an example, we've tripled our portfolio size for SME financing over the past 3 or 4 years, and in the meantime our liquidity gathering from the SME has almost quadrupled during the same period of time.